Hi Sam, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks for asking. So you're here at the agency today to seek counseling services?
Yeah, my boss sent me over, so figured I'd come.
Your boss sent you over?
Mm-hmm.
What reason do you think your boss had for doing that?
There was this issue with a couple of the people I'm on a team with.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't relate to my ideas, and my boss saw it as me kind of, not working super well, so she wanted me to come over and talk about it.
She wanted you to come over and talk about your relationship with your coworkers?
I think more just so that, my ideas were just kind of higher than what they could really understand. So maybe learn how to talk to other people so that they can understand me.
Okay, and what do you mean by higher? Like your ideas were higher?
Just a little bit more intelligent. I'm just at a level that other people can't always reach to.
Mm-hmm.
You just, just a little bit higher, sometimes a lot higher, but just on this team, they just couldn't understand, my language or what I was saying, and they couldn't see the vision that I had.
Okay, so they were unable to reach your level of expression for this, was like a project you're working on?
Yeah,
Was it?
yeah.
Okay. And your boss recognized this difference and thought that the counseling may be helpful.
Yeah.
Do you think counseling would be helpful?
I think it's good, so that my boss is happy that I went. But I think it could also be useful in the sense of, other people are just jealous of me a lot and they just can't really relate to me. So it might be, great to learn how to relate, kind of understand what they're going through at their level.
Again, you say at their level. So are you meaning, again, that they're kind of below you with skills and?
Yeah, they haven't accomplished as much. They don't know as many people. They're not hanging out with those prestigious ranks. They haven't been educated to the quality that I have been. So they just, sometimes it's hard for them to understand where I'm coming from or what I can see happening.
Okay, so counseling can help you bridge that gap to be able to communicate more effectively.
Yeah, so I can be even better. I'm here, but I want to be here.
All right. So when you say you're here at the first level,
Not first, but still more.
Still more.
Still more.
So where you are, tell me where you are currently in terms of how you perceive yourself, how you look at yourself.
Maybe a 7, but I want to blow it out of the park. If 10 is here, I want to be higher than that.
How do you plan on accomplishing that?
Well, I'm always getting recruited for these really prestigious classes and to speak places, and people are always calling. I have a really large social media presence, so people are constantly asking me for advice, just about everything. Because, I've just accomplished so much that I can really help people because I've just been really lucky to just be good at so many things.
Okay, so it sounds like you have a lot of strengths.
Yeah.
And that maybe, from your understanding, that people are just getting jealous because you seem to succeed in so many things.
Yeah, sometimes people just, it's hard to admit that you're just not as good or you can't do it. And people don't want to admit that, and I think I make them uncomfortable because I can.
All right, so counseling will help you to relate to them in a way that, so how would they, in a more productive way, how would they describe you? Given this level of difference that you're talking about, how would they describe you if I could ask them, could you describe Sam? What would they say?
I think they would say that I have a lot of people that look up to me, that I'm excellent at my job, that, I should really be vice president, if not president, but I don't own the company, but I should really have a more significant position. That a lot of the presentations that are happening that I could probably do, but they don't want to, other people need opportunities, but it would be clear for everyone if I just did them.
It would be easier.
Yeah, it would be easier, better, more people. It would be a great presentation if I did it. So it would just cut away all the other stuff.
All the other stuff, that's what your coworkers would include.
Yeah.
Things that maybe detract from the
right, if I was doing the sales pitches, we would blow it out of the park. We'd be multimillionaires by now. So, it would get rid of all that, the grunt work type of stuff if I just did it myself.
Does it frustrate you that you're not called on for every task? Or you're not recognized?
Sometimes, but I've gotten really good at reminding people that they should be calling on me for every task. Because sometimes you just have to show them, I'm better than that person, or I could do it better. And I'm really good at that type of communication. So I've been able to secure a lot of positions that weren't given to me at first because they realize like, oh, she's better at it.
So they can see your talent. And so they recognize you much of the time?
Most of the time.
Most of the time.
Yeah, definitely.
How long have you been with this particular employer?
Maybe like 6 months.
6 months.
Maybe 8.
8 months, okay. Can you tell me about the job you had prior? Like what happened there?
I outgrew them. So I got it to a really, large leadership position, and then, the other VP couldn't really see what I was going for. She couldn't relate to me, and she wasn't from the same type of like collegiate background, so that was kind of an issue. So I just outgrew what they had to offer, and then this company came in and made this tremendous offer with, it was just fantastic. So I just had to make a move that was more strategic for me, and that I could even reach more. I didn't want to be satisfied there.
You wanted to shoot higher. You wanted to accomplish something greater.
Yeah.
And you still want to.
Yeah. I want to be remembered, legendary. I want my name to be out there. It's already out there, but more so.
But more so.
More so.
You've already achieved some level of popularity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But
more than most people my age.
More than most people your age, and you really want to take it further.
Yeah, like even with like my social media platforms or whatever, people really rely on what I have to say, so the more people that are following me, the more people that are with me, that's what I need.
All right. So your last employer, the one before the place you work now, you just outgrew that. Can you tell me how that interaction went? Like, did you quit, or did they kind of encourage you to leave? Like, what happened kind of at the last moments of that job?
I quit. Yeah, I quit. I was the one that initiated that. They had some issues, but I was the one that initiated it because I needed to go elsewhere.
All right, so you initiated and you quit. At the same time, they had a few issues. What type of issues did they have?
They just said I talked too much or something like that. Or I think there was an issue with somebody I was working with or something. But it was another situation that just we weren't communicating well. But in the end, I had to do what was best for me. So, because afterwards they were calling me and trying to get me back, but I was already here, so I wasn't going to go back there.
So after you quit, they pursued you to come work for them again?
Yeah, which I told them was going to happen.
You had predicted that when you left?
Yeah. I was like, you're gonna miss me, because I'm the reason this company is flourishing.
So what did you tell them when they offered you the job back?
That I had gotten a phenomenal job and it was way better, and that they lost it and they could just deal with it.
All right, so you rejected them at that point?
Oh, yeah.
All right. So you feel as though you could benefit from the counseling here to better relate to people at different levels, different ability levels?
Yeah, and I want to make my boss happy, but I feel like it would be good, I don't want to make people feel bad because they're inferior to me and because they're not as successful, so if I could learn how to, talk with them so that I'm not, so they don't feel bad about themselves.
Is your boss putting, she encouraged you to come here today. Is she putting any pressure on you? Like, is this something that's strongly encouraged, mandatory?
I think it's strongly encouraged, but I think she has a promotion for me in mind, so it's probably just to set me up for that.
So she's trying to help you for the future, for another advancement.
Yeah.
So Sam, I'm going to get you on the calendar to see a counselor. I'm hoping later this week. Does that work for you?
Yeah, okay.
That does? Are you sure?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Right. So I'll get you set up for that. I really appreciate you taking the time with me. It was helpful. We'll get you in to see a counselor, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
Thanks, Sam.
Thank you.